Hiya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi and I really like tabletop games. So much so that here at the gaming table, we review one together once a week, every week. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to subscribe and keep watching today's video. Maybe I can even help you find your next game. Today we are taking a look at a game that was sent to me. I'm always very grateful when people want me to review their games that they've worked so hard on. I always consider it a privilege. If you would like to send me a game to review, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact details are in the description below. Today we are talking about a game where I was sent both a Game Master's Manual and sort of a general rule set. For the ease of presentation, I got it bound as one book. This is No Port Called Home. No Port Called Home kind of surprised me when I first opened it up to read. I tend to expect a lot of dense lore from science fiction games, but this one is actually pretty light on the lore. The basic concept is different intelligent species live across the stars, but you find the most life on the Garden Planet. This is a terraformed planet that has been designed to support life. Your game's action could take place here or in outer space or on a ship that you use to travel. To begin your game of No Port Called Home, you actually gather together with the players and you do a simple drawing of the galaxy. Firstly, the sun and the Garden Planet and where it sits. Little details of this world and potential stories are scattered across this manual. There are cold-hearted gods, crappy quality spaceships, and space bars of dubious reputation. No Port Called Home uses a d20. For most actions, the player will roll a d20, add a modifier from an appropriate stat, and hope to meet a challenge number. That is most of the rolls. Though a common exception would be combat. In combat, if two intelligent forces are fighting against each other and one attacks, the attacker will roll their attacks roll. The person being attacked will roll a defense roll. Both sides want the higher number, so their action succeeds. I found the character creation process in this game pretty interesting. You start by choosing a race, and there are tons of those, all the way from humans from different parts of the galaxy to Jotun to even Fae. Then you actually have to pick 3 classes for your character. You layer these classes onto one another to build your character. Each race and class will have numbers in each stat, which you add together to get your final build. Your stats are hit points, attack, defense, initiative, skills per level, will, reflexes, and fortitude. On your character sheet, these actually get written inside their own little unique symbol, which does make it really easy to look to your character sheet and remember what you're trying to roll. You also get skills which are divided roughly into 4 categories. Physical, knowledge, social, and practical. I like that this game acknowledges that there's more than one type of way to be smart, and some skills just do not fall under knowledge. I mentioned some of the playable races in this game, which offer a lot of variety, but they also have their own interesting backstories and lore. There are several varieties of human, mostly divided up on where in space they sort of tend to live. There's intelligent species that have been created by other intelligent species to do work, which then maybe gain sentience. There are even intelligent species that are created by gods in this world. The classes in this game are also super varied as well. I can't even list all of them. I can only really discuss the categories of classes. There are combat classes, classes who are good at making things, classes adept at social skills, classes that are about nanotech, classes about biotech, and there's even some options in this game for your character to have companions or animal friends. This game also does have mechanics for piloting a spaceship and space battle, and all the things that can go wrong with that. Resources in this game are generally hand-waved, with characters having a sort of resource level. There are some guides about what qualities of equipment are out there and what level of wealth you would need to acquire them and maintain them. I have to admit I was a little bit hungrier for some more lore, but I can totally see where this game manual is coming from by not having a super heavy lore background. By having this game with a lot of varied mechanics, you can use this science fiction game to sort of tell your story in this world. This game definitely is presenting game masters with a toolkit. While the genre vaguely leans towards space opera, it's very easy, I think, to splice this with other genres. Something I appreciate about this game is it suggests that everyone in the game takes turns at running the game and being the game master. It's a very collaborative approach to tabletop role-playing game. I know a lot of people are intimidated by the idea of running games, but this game manual allows a lot of that stress to fall off your shoulders. This manual also explicitly discourages planning out a campaign 30 sessions ahead, as most of those plans fall apart on contact with players anyway. You do actually get some adventures and some story hooks that you can play. There's 2 pre-written full adventures. There are only a few pages of the manual as well, so they're super easy to get through. They're pretty fast, and they would definitely allow you to build that story into a larger one of your own creation. This is a small note, but I appreciate that this manual is very efficient with its space. I always hate when I'm reading a manual and I'm having to constantly turn the page to find the end of the sentence. If you are looking for a science fiction game that has the potential to be molded into something specific to what you want, then this could be a great pick. This is a system definitely for science fiction. You can pick some elements from this game to really make it your own and bring those mechanics into the spotlight. If you're looking for a science fiction system with some flexibility, then I would absolutely give this one a consideration. If you're looking for a specific style of campaign or adventure, I would just make sure everyone is on the same page because there are a lot of options in this book. Or just embrace the chaos and have 5 different genres coming together. I'd totally be down for that. No Port Called Home is available on DriveThruRPG for pay what you want, so I would encourage you to check it out and throw them a few dollars if you can. I want to say a big thank you to Nine Guns for sending me out a copy of this game. Let me know what your thoughts were in the comments down below. What kind of campaign would you want to run using this system? I'm always a sucker for a space western. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like the video, maybe subscribe, turn on notifications, maybe even share this video with a friend. It actually all really helps this channel keep going. I also have a Ko-Fi page which you can donate to. This is super important for helping episodes like today happen. When there isn't a physical copy of the game available, I use the funds that were donated to my Ko-Fi page to pay for the printing and binding of these games. Sadly, I really struggle with reading screens, so a physical copy in one form or another is the best way for me to get my episodes out. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!